In this video, I want to discuss one of the basic concepts of accounting, which is debits and credits. To really understand it, let's go through an example and understand how we are recording our debits and credits. In this example, we'll be selling a car. And so let me quickly draw this car here. This is how I learned how to draw a car as a kid. Here, and headlights. And so if we are selling a car, there is two sides of every transaction. So in this case, there is the dealer. And then there is you. You're buying the car from the dealer. So from the dealer perspective, they are giving away a car. And so they're giving the car up in return for cash. You're paying them cash. And so what they need to record is, there is two sides to this transaction. There is revenue and there is cash. And so we record debits and credits in the form of a T account. And let me explain what a T account is. In this case, they'll have a T account for sales and a T account for cash. And so the reason why I chose an example of selling a car is because I wanted to go over the word dealer. And this is the trick that if you remember this word dealer, you will never forget the debit and credit side of each transaction. And so the trick goes like this: dealer, D-E-A, right? L-E-R. D stands for dividend. E stands for expenses. A stands for assets. The L, and maybe I'll change colors here, stands for liabilities. Liabilities. I think I may have misspelled that. E is for equity. R is for revenue or sales. And so the trick here is the word dealer. The first three letters in dealer, those are debits. And so these here are debits, and the LER, dealer, is the credit. I've been an accountant for 15 years now. I have a CPA license, and this is what I use. And so dealer, if we apply it here, in this case, the merchant happens to be a dealer. What they need to record is a sale by looking at our chart here for remembering sales, and I forgot the E. Sales or revenue, it's the letter R, revenue, has a credit nature. And so if this car is $20,000, then we record $20,000 here in the credit side. The debit side is always going to be the left, and the credit side is going to be the right. For cash, what kind of an account is cash? By looking here, it's an asset, so it's a debit, $20,000. And so the purpose for recording the journal entries is because we want to be able, from the dealer standpoint, they want to be able to measure their business at month end. And so the summary of all of these T accounts, sales, they sold a car to you for $20,000, they sold a car to somebody else for $30,000. and another for 10,000. So then the sum of this is sales of 20 plus 30 plus 10. That's 60,000. And cash in the same way. So cash 60,000. Then in their financial statements for the dealer, on the balance sheet, their cash would have moved by 60,000 up month over month, and their sales would have gone up on the income statement by 60,000 month over month. Now, as far as you, and I don't have space here, and this is the credits. What journal entry are you going to record if you buy a car? None, right? Because you don't really need to measure your own performance and produce financial statements. You don't have investors, although you could say your parents and your significant other is invested in you, but you don't have to produce financial statements for them. So dealer is the way to remember debits and credits. Remember DEA, dividend, expenses, assets, have a debit nature, liabilities, equity, revenue has a credit nature. And so this is the trick to remembering debits and credits. Remember it, memorize it, and you'll never forget your debits and credits. And see you in the next video.